Well, here we are again at Frantz Nursery, and Bianca, what are we doing today?
Right, today we are going to be looking at some interesting items. We are going to be comparing Cara Cara and Moro Blood Orange, and we're out here also with Morgan, who is our e-commerce and marketing manager.
So we're really comparing two things. We're comparing two different colored flesh.
Yes.
That both could be referred to as blood oranges, but they're not.
They're not, definitely. Cara Cara is definitely distinct, which is exactly what we're going to explain to you today. Yeah, so Cara Cara is really interesting. So it's kind of just a classic orange, but it definitely has that distinct pink flesh. And it's a random mutation that actually generated from Washington navel orange. And the ranch specifically where this bud spore was found was Hacienda Cara Cara in Venezuela. But the fruit doesn't really get recognized until Dr. Salib and Holquist recognized it officially in 1976.
It was then brought to Florida in 1988, where it was studied for a couple of years, and then eventually made its way down to Texas and California. Once in California, cultivators quickly realized the qualities of the Cara Cara orange, and it quickly made its way into production.
Yeah, and even though it really went into commercial production really quickly, it didn't really gain popularity yet, and it's still a lesser-known variety until, of course, the internet comes in.
Yes, once the internet came into play in the mid-2000s.
And this is super interesting because, I mean, what difference does the internet make, Morgan?
Well, the internet was the first time that the average gardener got to see the Cara Cara orange.
You know, it's the color that becomes the interesting aspect of this fruit to start off with.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we wanted to talk about this in relation to Moro blood.
These are not blood oranges.
These are not a blood orange.
But they're known for having very vibrant, deep-colored flesh.
Exactly. Yeah. And what's interesting specifically about that color is when we see that richened color, that is a sign of antioxidants, too.
Yeah, right. Well, in the Cara Cara, it's the lycopene, you know, which is a carotenoid.
And what can we expect flavor-wise from a Cara Cara?
Oh, come on.
Let's put it to the test. I'm going to give you this piece. There you go. Wow. As I open it, that is a really rich dark color.
This one is almost deep, deep orange.
Yeah. I'm trying to get myself a good spot to bite in. Wow.
You know, it's just not as acidic as the Washington navel.
I didn't realize that until I just tasted it. You're right. The acidity, that tanginess is lessened for sure.
Almost getting a mango's flavor.
Ah.
Right, and I think it gets described as tropical quite often.
Interesting. Nice and refreshing this morning. Right, so we're cutting through this orange here so you can see. Of course, we have to show you the juice. I'm going to give you this piece, Morgan.
Juicing it?
Yeah, we're just juicing it. Ah! Don't get it on your sleeve. You can see that's great color in there.
Wow, is this some beautiful citrus or what?
It really is. Huge clusters, big beautiful fruit, and rich color. Well, right now we're looking at the Moro bloods, and so we're going to start talking about that. So I want to show you guys the color. So this is what we just came from, is the Cara Cara, and now, right up close to the camera, that nice bloody blood orange.
Isn't it amazing how deep and rich that color was over when we were looking at it?
Yes.
In comparison to any kind of Washington navel you ever saw.
Yeah.
But now when you put it up against the blood orange, the Moro, now you get to see what a blood orange really is.
Yeah, it almost looks pastel in comparison. It's that light compared to that bloody Moro. And Moro is actually the deepest blood red of all the blood oranges, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, consistently.
Yeah.
Right, and it's one of the earliest to ripen as well.
Very true.
Yeah.
So super interesting, Ed. You were telling us about the lycopenes, which are found in Cara Caras, and that's that antioxidant with the rich color coming in. And that's the same lycopene that comes from tomatoes and watermelons, where we're getting antioxidants there as well, where we get that rich color. Now, in the case of the Moro blood, it's the same thing, but they're actually anthocyanins, and so these are found in strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and again, it has that same effect. They're rich in antioxidants.
Correct. And both of those two, lycopene and anthocyanins, they affect the color specifically of these two varieties. The health benefits here are just enormous. So where does a Moro blood orange come from?
So the Moro blood orange traces back all the way to 17th century, back in Sicily, Italy. The blood orange was known as a royal food.
It was almost reserved just for nobility.
Yes.
Yeah, when they first came out.
And that's the fruit of kings. That's wonderful.
Probably due to the rich blood color.
You know, I don't doubt that at all, because it was a pretty unique thing, because there's notes that say that there were other red-fleshed varieties before, but Sicily kind of had a number of them, and, you know, became that place where they were renowned, you know, for these unique varieties of fruit. I don't have a clue when it came to the United States, and I just can't even find much that actually suggests when it came to the United States. But I actually can say that it more than likely was quite a while ago. So we've got the Tarocco and the Sanguinile, and I think that one of the things about the Moro is that it is, like you pointed out, it is the reddest of all the, and it also probably has about the most widest adaptation of all the blood oranges. But the skin color, though you can get that red skin color, you know, on varieties grown in the Central Valley of California, you're not going to get that red skin color on the coast.
No, you might not. I mean, we have a few specimens here that are really light and orange color, so it's really quite a surprise when you open it up and see that beautiful red flesh.
Yeah, you know, the way to determine whether or not a citrus is ripe is first find out, you know, what that period of suggested ripe, that window of ripening is, and then start tasting it.
Yeah.
You know, because what I may like right now, you may not share that.
Totally agree. There's some citrus that are really tangy in the early season, and I actually really like tangy citrus. I love the candy sweetness at the end, right? But I still really like that tangy.
Yep.
But I have coworkers that are like, I won't even touch it till end of January, February.
That's
Why not compare the flavors between the Cara and the Moro blood?
I think that's a great idea.
Oh, let's do
That'll be
that.
fun,
We're gonna do that.
Okay, let's do the Cara Cara first.
That's a good idea. Because we did just taste it, but you know, it's good to remember.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys each a nice piece of it.
And I believe we said that this one was lower acidity?
Low acid.
Lower acidity. Lower acidity than the Washington maple. Let's just see if it's lower acidity than the Moro.
It's so juicy.
That even tastes better than the one.
Maybe it is a better one.
Oh, that one, I just could taste everything that I know a Cara Cara is all about right there.
Oh, wow.
Just right about there. Don't get it too close.
This is so rich and red.
That's just nothing but raspberry to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
berry,
that's
raspberry.
Raspberry.
Even like boysenberry, blackberry-ish.
Yes, I mean, it's not berries. I mean, it's just loaded with berry flavor. There is, I mean, to me, the acidity is so low. I mean, it's so minimal. It makes incredibly wonderful juice.
I would say the flavor is really rich and complex.
It is very complex, you bet.
It's not just sweet.
I'd say very different from Cara Cara.
Oh,
For sure. Very
different piece of fruit. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's, oh my gosh, look at that.
Wow, there's so much actually, and it's so
No wonder
color.
they're used for juicing.
There you go. Let the camera focus on that pulp.
I always get a dough please.
We've actually experienced two varieties that actually are very, very unique colored flesh.
Yes.
And in the end, your comment was,
Oh, I think everybody needs both.
there you go. Yeah.
They're just so different in flavor.
I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. I think they're both worthy, and so great having a Cara Cara or great having a Moro.
Both great choices.
Excellent.